Hola, ¿qué tal? Soy Hernández Castillo. Soy el primo de Héctor Castillo, pero Héctor murió. Actually, I didn't die, but I did get a new haircut. It was a spontaneous decision actually prompted by David, and he had made like a filter with me having short hair, kind of Elvis haircut. And I actually remembered what it was like to have short hair. You've never seen me with short hair, but I used to have short hair a few different times in my life. And one of the times was when I was in college. And it was really good, but it definitely gave the kind of fuckboy vibe. And it was a bit edgy. And when I got longer hair, it was more of a bestial edge. And so it was kind of more romantic as well. So you have to think of yourself as a project, as a character, right? And that's how I try to treat myself, is like an RPG character or the protagonist of a story. And sometimes he goes through different phases. He dresses differently. In college, I had a period where I started wearing really nice clothes, like button downs and leather shoes, and I actually knew my fashion, and no one else in college was doing that. And what that allowed me to do is stand out, but it was in a skillful way, because you can stand out in bad ways and you can stand out in skillful, cool ways. And even if something is not necessarily cool, you can make it cool because you're cool and you pull it off. Anyone can pull usually anything off, with extremes understood. So when I change my hair, it's basically just like, okay, new phase. And so it has pros and cons, and there's different ways to express yourself. But I wanted to get into that because when you are changing your fundamentals, you are actually expressing different interests. You are expressing different interests in different kind of girls, different kind of people. And what you're doing with your body actually expresses what you like and what you want in life. And so that's one of the ways actually that you can tell a girl you like her. Not get a haircut for her, that would be, hey baby, I got this haircut just for you because I thought you'd like it. That'd be creepy. What I mean is you can use your body to express your interests. So the 4 ways that you can tell a girl that you like her is you want to either use it with your body language, or use your body language to explain that you like her, sorry. You can give her a facial expression, you can touch, and you can also verbally be with her. So I guess it's 5. Is through your words you show, let's say you're hanging out with a girl and she says, like, you say, oh, I like cats. She's like, I like cats too. It's building similarity, and when you're around someone you like, you kind of tend to agree with them sometimes. And girls especially, they can be silly and cute and like, oh, I like that, even if they like don't like it at all, but they just want to express to you that they are like you and that they like the same things you like, and that means that you guys would be good together. I almost said cool and then good, and I almost did a ghoul. Anyone who knows Mean Girls is gonna get that reference. Okay, so that was really silly. Okay, and then the last way is to touch. So facial expressions, body language, compliment, agree with her / show similarity with her, and then touch her. And those are the ways that you express interest to women, the 5. So we can start with body language. So obviously, my haircut is kind of not like a, hey, this is I like you and I like you, like I'm pointing to her. Like what it is it's me changing how I look in her face. And so when you're with a girl, for instance, and you want to express to her that you like her, what you can do is turn your body language towards her, very simply, right? If someone you're talking to them and they're, okay, let's say you're talking to me, right? This is your perspective. And then I'm here, I'm probably not that interested, right? But then, as I turn towards you, this is one of the things that the old school pickup artists used to do. They open over the shoulder. Because you're in a club and you want to be like, hey, what's up, girl? Because you don't want to seem too interested, because body language expresses interest. So you do this to seem cool and deal with all the status hoes in the club, because you got to play that game. But what you can do is be a normal human being and get closer and open your body language and give them eye contact. That's more facial expressions, but you can show that you are forward towards them. And you want to adjust it as you're seducing a girl. So basically seduction, there's many ways to boil down seduction to like a quick phrase, but one way of seduction is to show her you like her when she does something you like, and then show her that or don't show her that you like her. Not show her that you don't like her. Don't show her that you like her. There's a distinction there. Don't show her that you like her when she's doing something you don't like. Makes a lot of sense, right? But a lot of us don't have the balls and the self-esteem and the self-confidence to express our true desires when we feel them. If someone does something we don't like, most of us don't have the courage to be like, hey, I don't like that. Obviously, there's polite ways to do it, like, hey, can I talk to you for a second? I didn't appreciate that. That's the sign of a person with high self-esteem. And it's one of the, besides facial expressions and touch, I would say, actually, it's the strongest way to say I like you. And this is the interesting thing, but I've never done the whole I like you speech. I've seen it in movies, I've heard of guys doing it. I usually do it in a complimentary way, and I'll get into that later. But the way I've always expressed interest was in primal, like, kind of ways. And so when guys are like, I like you, it's very weak. So a girl could even like you a little bit, but if you're like, I like you, then that's kind of strange. But if you're in touch with your sexuality, right, because eventually sex is going to happen with your body. So the body is therefore the best way to express sexual interest. And so when you give her, and you can be even like over her, this works if you're taller than her, but even if you're not. If someone is standing next to you like this, it's an aggressive move. It's a guy who wants to fight, or it's a friend and he's just fucking around. But when you do it with a girl, it's a sexual interest because you're not trying to fight her, right? You want to fuck her. And so it's a demonstration of domination. So when you get close to someone and you're pointing towards them, it's a sign of, I'm gonna like envelop you. Think of crump. When you see crumpers, they make very big movements. And what this is doing is it's saying, I'm dominating you. And one of the ways to show interest as a man is to say, I want to dominate you. When you walk up to a girl and you compliment her, what you're saying is, I think you're attractive and hopefully I'm gonna put my dick inside of you. Because that's what it's about, if we're being really honest with ourselves. So turn your body towards her and be big and close. That is the way that you show interest. Obviously, you have to calibrate it. That's what seduction is. And so that's how you express interest in one of the most primal but effective ways. Then, sticking with the body, you can express interest with your facial expressions. Now, this can be done with let's say you look at a girl and you both have eye contact. How do you show her that you like her? Smile. And there's skillful ways to do it. There's the slow smile, where you just slowly open up and it seems genuine. Because when someone does that, it's obviously that's exaggerated. They're not gonna be like, what they're doing is you're saying they're not in control of their emotions. So it could be, I like you, but I'm nervous. Or it could be just like weird, like I don't know what they're expressing with that weird smile, right? But if someone just looks at you and they slowly spread a smile, or they, like I did there, you pop your eyes open, like, hi. Now it can be done in creepy ways, and like you'd be like, hey girl, that's fucking creepy. But you can also look at a girl like playful, right? Or you can do like The Rock. I used to practice that as a kid. You can't do, David tried to do it, he's like, I spent hours studying that. I'd be like, I want to be like The Rock. And I'll be like, how do I get my eyebrow up? And then I got it. I can't do it with my left though, or my right actually. Looks weird, yeah. Looks like I'm having a fucking seizure. Okay, or a stroke, that'd be a stroke, yeah. Cool. So you want to use your eyebrows, use your eyes, use your smile, blow her a kiss. Like I like to do that to girls. After I meet them, it's like a normal thing now to just go, bye. And it's very flirty and cute, and it could be cringy to someone if they don't like me. They're like, what the fuck is he doing? Blowing a kiss. But if a girl likes you, imagine if a girl's walking away from you and she went, and like did it in like a cute, exaggerated way, like she's just teasing. It's okay to be schoolyard with this shit and be high school with this shit if you can do it in a funny, self-aware kind of way. Because there is beauty in simplicity. Like just giving emotions. Like you see someone you like them, imagine you gave like a great speech and your best friend is sitting in the crowd and he's just looking at you with like respect and appreciation and admiration and pride. And he's like, yeah, man, you deserve it. And he just like looks at you and he's just like, yeah, good job. You know, he doesn't have to say anything. It's just, and you see his face and you feel this warmth inside of you because you two are feeling a connection. That's what it's like to have someone who is a brother to you. Or that same affection when done with a girl. It could be friendly, but men and women can't really be friends. That's another video altogether. But when you do it with a girl, it's like, I appreciate you. But you could have a friend and you're like, I just appreciate you as a friend, but it is one way for you to express interest. So it could be friendly, it could be sexual. So smiles, kisses, hand gestures. Hand gestures are big. I'm very big with my hands. If she makes a joke and you know teases you, be like, oh, stop it. You know, that's you. I mean, it's a bit feminine, and some of you might not have that disposition, but it is possible to pull off that. I have that disposition, and I like to be a bit feminine, and so I know that it works though. So eyebrows, winking, smiles, ears. I don't know how you're gonna be like you. Let me show you with my ears. Yeah, anything that can be moved on the face and doesn't look creepy as fuck, that's probably going to work to express your interest towards a girl using your facial expressions. Okay, now sticking with the body still, you have the third one, and it's touch. This is the most direct way, because eventually what sex is you're touching her insides with your dick. And so what you want to do with touching is, there's levels of it, and I have a video right here actually, and it's also in the description, where you can touch her in increasingly escalating and intimate ways, but that start off safe, but then get to the point where you're being sexual. And some guys are like, they probably have this attitude of, I don't want to bother someone, but when you are fucking someone, you're bothering them with your dick, but they like it, right? So touching can be enjoyed by women if you know how to do it and in the right way. So check out that video. But it is the best way to express your interest with a girl. It could be just a tap on the elbow. When she says something cute, be like, okay. With guys, for instance, you go chest, but obviously if you go and do that to a girl, you're gonna be like trying to grab her tits. In extreme situations, if you guys are really close and she's grabbing on you, yeah, of course you can grab her tits, but I wouldn't advise that unless you know what you're doing and you're in the right context and she's obviously open to it. Let's see, you could, I was just saying, no, never mind, I won't tell the joke. You could hold her hand, right? Holding it. Some people are like, oh, it's too high school, it's too lame. And I'm like, bro, I do that shit all the time. It works wonders. And there's a little trick, is when you're holding a girl's hand, you can squeeze it. And if she squeezes back, that's like a huge sign of interest. And then if she squeezes you, you need to squeeze back, because it's a sign of like really like think of your hands going like this, because when you're really attracted to a woman, you just want to like grab her and just fucking maul her pussy. And so you need to express that desire to her, again, in increasingly consensual and okay or attractive ways. So touching, facial expressions, in your body, it's all about putting you towards her, on top of her, and then inside of her. That's how the progression goes to sex. So then what you want to do is, yeah, I'm fixing my my new do. I'm getting used to it. It's kind of like wild, and I have to learn how to tame it. I had to tame the beast, and now I have to tame the fuckboy. So, okay, now we move on to compliments and then agreeing with each other. Let's go with agreeing with each other first. So you can, in conversation, if a girl is talking about something that in her history or that she's proud of, be like, yeah, that is cool. Like, I agree with you. Or if she says something about someone else, be like, oh, that girl's dress looks sexy. And be like, yeah, you're right. Yeah, I like the patterning or fucking whatever, and it looks great here. And she's like, yeah, let's say she appreciates fashion. Or she is talking about liking a certain football team, or something like some girls like football. Football, soccer. Well, girls like football, American football teams too, and those are cool girls, and they usually are a lot of fun. Girls who let's say she likes fucking Budweiser, right? There was a girl recently, actually, and we were out, and she talked about loving Budweiser. And she was from North America, so I was like, yeah, you get it, but they don't have a lot of it over here in Romania. But yeah, I express that I like that thing that she likes. Don't lie. Don't say you like something when you don't. That's the sign of a weak man. But if you do like something she likes, don't be afraid to, some guys will be like, that's giving her validation. Like, what the fuck? Are you a robot? You can show interest and do it in ways that are, I compliment girls all the time, and I'll get to that after this, but I show interest to girls in many passionate and sometimes assertive ways, but women like to be lusted after. They do. So don't let anyone teach you this game of, oh, you shouldn't give girls validation, and don't tell them you like them or they're gonna think you're a pussy. Be like, no, you're a pussy if you don't do something just because you're afraid she's not gonna like you. Obviously, you should have good strategy and good game and know how to appropriately express your interests, but it's kind of pussy-ish to say, well, if I do that, she's not gonna like me, right? Think about it, it's not very alpha, huh? So if you like a girl, you're like, yeah, I like you. Saves so much time, it's so clear. That's the foundation of my game, is being direct. I basically just tell a girl I like her 1,000 different times and in 1,000 different ways, but in the right context and in the right way. Then she eventually is like, yeah, I like that. Yeah, I like that. I want more. I want more. I want more. Okay, give me your dick. And then you have a seduction. So moving on to the last way to express your interest and tell a girl that you like her is to compliment her. That's how I start off my seductions. Excuse me, so you over here, you're beautiful. The only times I'll go indirect is if there's just a context that makes sense for going indirect. Like if I actually need directions, or if, you know, I see something and comment on it, right? But usually I go direct. And the reason I do that, and I even do it after the open, if a girl says something awesome, I'll be like, that's cool, like I like you, like you're very smart, you're very self-aware, you're very funny. And you can just be very, don't give the compliment expecting one in return. It's a gift. Compliments are gifts. Just like, here's my interest, I like you. I'm not afraid if you don't like me back. And if you really don't like me back, I'll leave. And you know, we don't have to spend any time together or move the courtship forward, because I get it, you don't reciprocate my feelings. But if you do like it, and you do like my gift, and you even want to give me one in return, or give me interest in return, and give me your pussy, like, then you can have a seduction through compliments. And there's some of the funnest fucking seduction is when you're telling her I like you, and she's like, I like you. It's lame, right? It's cringy, but every single one of you wants that shit. If someone's watching this, like, it's cringy, that's lame. You motherfucker, I guarantee you want to be in a bed with a girl that you really care about, and she's kissing all over you and telling you that she loves you and that you're the love of her life. Don't fucking play games with me. I know you're full of shit. You want that, and everyone wants that, and that's okay to want that. And some guys want it more than others. And so for you to start that healthy mutual respect and affection relationship with a woman, even if it's just for one night. I'm like that with girls from one night too. I'm just like, you're amazing, it's cool, I'm having a great time with you, and then we only fuck once, and because we don't have anything else really in common to continue seeing each other about, it doesn't matter. Being complimentary and telling a girl that you like, you can even say, here, I'll end with telling a girl you like her. You could say in a cool way, like she says something that you find fascinating, like, and she looks at you and she's like, what? And I just look at her and I say, I like you. Because when you're on a date with a girl, you need to be expressing your interest. You don't have to be super direct with it, but at some point you are going to have to express your interest. And if you're afraid to do that, you're a fucking pussy. Now, if you're actually having trouble getting to the point where you can even talk to a girl, or you do know how to talk to a girl, and maybe let's say you're not getting her on a date, and that's probably because maybe you're not complimenting her and showing your interest and telling her you like her in one of the 5 different ways. But if you really want a full, complete process from beginning to end, from meeting her to getting her number to getting her on a date, sleeping with her, in all one package, you do have an option where you can go in the description below and buy something called One Date. And it's a fantastic product that we have. It's in the house from Girls Chase. And I'm in it. It's given by my mentor, Chase, but I'm in it. I interview him in this product, and it's tons of hours of content, absolutely nuts. We've spent weeks on it, and it's amazing. It teaches you everything you need to know to get a girlfriend, or to get a girl just one night. So check that out in the description below. We had to let some beautiful dogs go by there. Aw, you can't fight that big dog. Well, actually, little dogs can scare big dogs because they have better frame control. But yeah, so check out One Date, it's great. And that was the 5 ways that you can express to a girl that you like her. And you can do it in ways that are more body-based, with your body language and your hand gestures, your facial expressions, or your touch. Or you can just be upfront, give her a compliment, or agree with her and make her feel like, or let her know, right? Because you're not faking it. You're showing similarities that you guys have. And that's the 5 ways that you express to a girl that you like her and tell her that you like her. Okay, this is Hector Castillo Poppy from girlschase.com. Hope you enjoyed the video. Please follow me on Instagram. Also like, subscribe, ring the bell. Remember to check out One Date. Also, I have a college book in the description below, and that's more for a social circle game and learning about hierarchies and social status and reputation and gossip and anything that has to do with people being in groups and you trying to navigate it and get the friends that you want to have and get the girls that you want to get, and even if you want to, rise to the top and become a king. And the book works for college and out of college. It teaches you the principles, and it's also full of stories and examples of me executing these principles or failing with these principles. Okay, again, this is Hector Castillo, Poppy from girlschase.com. Hope you have a blessed day.